Good morning. I hope you are healthy and safe in your home. Now, today we start the problem set of quadrilateral. We already completed all the exercise belonging to this quadrilateral. Now, we start with the problem set. Many sums are there. We already done in assignment. Now again I will solve the sums related to the problem set. Question number 1, that is MCQ questions are there. So you already solved that question. So we start with question number 2. Question number 2, see, question number 2 is adjacent side of a rectangle are 7 centimeter and 24 centimeter and find the length of its diagonal. So here rectangle is given. So you already know that the property of rectangle, and we have to given that the adjacent side of rectangle is given. One side is 7 centimeter, other side is 24 centimeter, means length is given 24 and breadth is given 7. So you have to find the diagonal. Okay, so we already know that the diagonals of rectangles are congruent, means you have to find out only one diagonal. Here ABCD is a rectangle and BD is a diagonal. One side AD is given, that is 7 centimeter, and AB is given 24 centimeter. Now how to find out? See here, in rectangle all the angles are equal and each angle is 90. So this angle is 90 here, see, this angle is 90. Therefore now DB is a diagonal. Then a triangle DAB is formed here. In this triangle DAB, angle DAB is 90. So therefore we can apply the Pythagoras theorem to this triangle. So on applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABD, AB square plus AD square is equal to DB square. See here, AB square plus AD square is equal to DB square. This is by Pythagoras theorem. So AB is given, AD is given, that is 24 square plus 7 square is equal to DB square. Therefore 24 square is 576 and 7 square is 49 is equal to DB square. Therefore DB square is equal to now 625. So therefore when we find the square root of 625, you get 25. So DB is equal to 25 centimeter. DB is the diagonal of that given rectangle. So therefore the length of a diagonal is 25 centimeter. The length of the diagonal is 25 centimeter. So in this way you can find out the diagonal of the rectangle if the adjacent sides are given. Okay, now this is easy question. You already solved that question. I have only revised that questions now. Okay, now come to the next question. The question number 3. Here question number 3 is there. See the question number 3. If diagonal of a square is 13 centimeter, then find its side. Here diagonal is given and you have to find out the side. So how to find out? The square is given, means all sides are equal. The property of square is all sides of a square is equal. So therefore each angle is 90. So let PQRS be the square. PQRS be the square and let the diagonal SQ is 13 centimeter. Okay, all the angles of square are right angles. Therefore in triangle SPQ, applying by Pythagoras theorem, because one angle is 90 means it is right angle triangle, so you can apply the Pythagoras theorem there. So SP square plus PQ square is equal to SQ square. SP square plus PQ square is equal to SQ square. Therefore SP square plus SP square, because both sides are equal, it means SP and PQ are same. So you can say that SP square plus SP square is equal to SQ square. Therefore all the sides of a square are congruent. Okay, so therefore you can say that sp square plus sp square is equal to sq square. Therefore the 2sp square is equal to sq square. Therefore 2sp square is equal to 13 square. What is sq? Sq is diagonal. So sq square means 13 square. So 2sp square is equal to 13 square, and sp square is equal to, now here sp square is equal to 13 square is 169 and upon 2. sp square is equal to 169 upon 2. Right. So sp is equal to 6.5 root 2 centimeter. Thus each side of a square is 6.5 root 2 centimeter. So now come to the next question. Next question is here, the question number 4. The question number 4 is, see, the ratio of two adjacent sides of a parallelogram is 3:4 and its perimeter is 112 centimeter. Then find the length of its each side. So here the ratio of adjacent side is given and perimeter is given. So by using perimeter formula you can find out the adjacent side also. Okay. So see here now, let the two sides of be 3x and 4x, because they are in a multiple of x, and so first side is 3x and second side is 4x. In a parallelogram the opposite sides are congruent, so the sides are 3x, 3x, 4x and 4x. So perimeter is 112, it means 3x plus 3x plus 4x plus 4x is equal to 112. So 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 4 14, 14x is equal to, here 14x is equal to 112. 14x is equal to 112, therefore x is equal to 112 by 14. Therefore x is equal to 8. First you find out the value of x, then you know that the sides are 3x and 4x. So first side is, that is 3x, means 3 into 8, right, is equal to 24, and second side is 4 into 8, it means 32 centimeter. Means the given parallelogram having the sides 24 centimeter, 32 centimeter, 24 centimeter and 32 centimeter. The opposite sides are congruent. So you can say that the given parallelogram is having the length of side 24 centimeter, 32 centimeter, 24 centimeter and 32 centimeter. Okay. So in this way you can find the sides of a given parallelogram. Now come to the next question. That is question number 5. Now what is question number 5 here? See, diagonals PR and QS of a rhombus PQRS are 20 cm and 48 cm respectively. Find the length of side PQ. Diagonals are given. PR and QS are the diagonals of rhombus, 20 cm and 40 cm respectively. Find the length of the side PQ. Okay. It means it is a rhombus, means all sides are equal. It means when you find out PQ, then QR also same, SR also same and SP also same. Now we know that the property of rhombus, the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other perpendicularly. So here see, these two diagonals are there and they are bisect each other perpendicularly, means this angle is 90. Angle ROS is 90 and SO is half of 48 and RO is half of 20, right? So diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angle. So PR is equal to 20 centimeter. Therefore PO is equal to half of PR. It is half of 20, means it is 10 centimeter. Similarly QS is equal to 40 centimeter. It means QO is equal to, that is half of SQ is equal to half of 48, means it is 24 centimeter. So in triangle POQ, you can use the Pythagoras theorem. So when we use the Pythagoras theorem, it means OQ square plus OP square is equal to QP square or PQ square. So you have to find out the value of PQ. So you have to take this triangle, okay. See, which triangle? This triangle, right? So in this triangle, when we use the Pythagoras theorem, OQ square plus OP square is equal to PQ square. So therefore 24 square plus 10 square is equal to PQ square. Therefore PQ square is equal to 576 plus 100. It is 676. Okay. And when we find out the square root of 676, then you get that value of PQ, and that is 26. That is 26. PQ is equal to 26 centimeter. Now come to the next again. Question number. This is question number 6. The diagonals of rectangle PQRS are intersecting in point M. If QM are 50, find the measure of MPS. Find the measure of MPS. See here in this diagram, the given diagram is rectangle. It means SR is parallel to PQ and SP is parallel to RQ. And you have to find out the MPS. See, where is MPS? Here, see the MPS means this angle. You have to find out. Okay. Now, how to find out this angle? First, we already know that this angle RMQ is 50. So, if this RMQ is 50, this means SMP also 50. These are the vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now, see, in the given rectangle PQRS, QMR is equal to PMS is equal to 50. QMR is equal to PMS. PMS is equal to 50 vertically opposite angles. Okay. Also SQ is equal to PR. SQ is equal to PR. Okay. The diagonals of a rectangle are equal. So half of SQ is equal to half of PR. Half of SQ is equal to half of PR. It means SM is equal to PM. SM is equal to PM. Okay, means this triangle. See now, this triangle. In this triangle, SM is equal to PM. It means it is isosceles triangle, and this angle is 50. Means remaining two angles are 180 minus 50 upon 2. Right? So now see here. PMS, angle PMS plus angle MSP plus MPS is equal to 180. Therefore, PMS is already known, that is 50 degree, and MSP and MPS are same. So you can say that 2 MPS is equal to 180. Therefore, 2 MPS is equal to 180 minus 50, it is 130. Therefore, angle MPS is equal to 65. Angle MPS is equal to 65. Right? You get it now? So, we completed that 6 question here in problem set. Some other questions are there. You have to practice that questions. If any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Now, so we completed that whole chapter, quadrilateral. You practice first it and then ask me the doubts. Okay. We will stop here now. Okay. Now, thank you.